August 29th. My name is Leah.
And I'm Colton. Welcome to your first Through Fisher News of the year.
The U.S. National Park Service celebrated its 100th birthday last week. The National Park Service was established on August 25, 1916. At the time, there were only 10 national parks in the U.S., the first being Yellowstone, that was established 40 years prior. In the past 100 years, 49 parks have been added to the list for a total of 59 national parks. Here in Arizona, we have 3 national parks: Saguaro, Petrified Forest, and the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is the second most visited natural park in the country, with about 4.7 million people coming to see it each year.
The State Board of Education is looking at some possible changes to what we as students could be doing here at school in the coming years. Recently, there has been a big push to bring cursive writing back into school as early as 2nd or 3rd grade. Most students no longer have to learn how to read or write in cursive while in school. There are plenty of arguments for and against learning cursive, but the superintendent of public instruction for the state of Arizona has been one of the biggest advocates for bringing cursive back. She said that she believes it is not a lost art and that students should be able to read and write in cursive proficiently by the time they're in 5th grade. Now let's go over to Joe and Damien for sports.
Hello, welcome to Sports. My name is Damien.
My name is Joe.
The Olympics just finished up last week. The U.S. finished with 121 medals. China finished second with 70 medals. And Great Britain came in third with 67 medals.
The Diamondbacks had a big come from behind win last week as they beat the Atlanta Braves at home 9-8.
They are struggling this season though and are currently sitting in last place in their division with 52 wins and 73 losses. See you next week for more sports news.
Thanks, Joe and Damien. Now let's go over to Michaela with Science Fan.
Welcome to Science Times, and my name is Michaela. Scientists been exploring the Pacific Ocean over the past couple weeks and found this little guy, and since then it has been shared all over the internet. No, it's not some real-life Pokemon. It's called a googly-eyed squid. Well, it's not a new species discovery. It's one of the best videos and picture captures I've ever seen. They tend to hang out on the ocean floor, burying themselves in sand. Well, being called a squid or octopus, it's actually neither. It's been most closely related to the cuttlefish. If you want to see more creatures like this, be sure to check out the live video feed from the EV Nautilus as it explores the Pacific.
Thank you, Michaela. Alonzo's here with This Week in History.
Welcome to This Week in History. My name is Alonzo. On August 29, 1949, Russia tested their first nuclear bomb with the code name First Lightning. The events from this detonation led up to the start of the Cold War that lasted for almost the next 40 years. Famous birthdays this week include pop star Michael Jackson. He passed away 7 years ago, but would have been celebrating his 58th birthday on August 29th. That's all for This Week in History. See you next week.
Thanks, Alonzo. Now let's go over to Mia with Tech Tip. Welcome to Tech Tip. My name is Mia. In the past, we have told you about things you could do with your Chromebook. This year, we're going to talk about tips on keeping you safe online. Devices change, but the internet is accessible from all types of devices. It is important for us to know how to stay safe. This week's tip. The internet is big. I mean, like really big. All of us should be familiar with Google, but we don't really know about all the tools built into it. Many times in school, we are tasked with finding news relevant to the topic we are learning about. Next time, instead of going straight to google.com, try going to news.google.com and then search by topic. You will find news stories that are just minutes old.
Thank you, Mia. Brianna's here with our club news.
Welcome to Club News. There's no real club news yet, but I want to remind you that clubs start up this week or next week. Remember, there is no transportation provided, so you will either have to walk home or get around. There are lots of great things going on after school, so get involved. If a club you want is filled up, don't get discouraged. Try something different and try again for next semester.
Thanks, Rihanna. Now let's go over to Lolly and Juliana with entertainment.
Welcome back to Entertainment News. My name is Juliana.
And my name is Brenna.
Coming to theaters on September 9th, Sully, which is rated PG-13. It is a true story about an airplane pilot that landed an airplane in the Hudson River, successfully saving the lives of all 155 people on board the plane.
September is a big month for concerts here in Phoenix area. Big names like Demi Lovato, Nick Jonas, 5 Seconds of Summer, Fifth Harmony, Drake, and Luke Bryan will all be performing this month around the Valley. See you next time. Back to you guys.
Rihanna, let's go over to Brenna and Mason with our joke of the week.
Welcome to the Joke of the Week. I'm Mason.
And I'm Lolly.
This week's joke is, what stays in the corner but travels all around the world?
I don't know, what does?
A stamp. If you have a joke that you would like to tell on the news, please have your teacher go to this link and put your name in.
We would love to have you on.
That's all for this week. Don't forget the girls have a home volleyball game against Niagaraburg today at 4 o'clock.
That's all for your official news.
See you next week.
Go Colts!